Talking about the two women in the wilderness, it's kind of hard to explain because one is pretending to be the other, a false people, but in the real location. Not everybody in the country of Israel would be considered Yashar or Yashar'al or Yashar'al Israel. Some people confuse it by saying, oh, it's the church or it's the ecclesiastical body or whatever. It's very confusing. There's one church, one Israel that are combined that makes this woman that escapes into the wilderness for 42 months, maybe a little more, a little less than that. And there's a woman who doesn't realize that she is wicked, deceitful, and a widow. She has lost her husband, which is God the Father, and his son, Yeshua. Yeshua is the way, the truth, and the life. And he will, if you really love him, you'll keep his commandments and the fruit of the Spirit. But if you keep the fruit of the Spirit and the commandments, eventually you'll start to understand the reading and keeping what you're supposed to be keeping and reading what you're supposed to be reading, living the way you're living. You'll have these questions that pop up that says, what is this, Father? What's this, Daddy? What's this, Messiah? What's this, Yeshua, my Savior? And your questions, some of them get answered immediately, but some of them are confirmed by reading and talking with others, or maybe watching a video or hear something on the radio. And you'll be, wow, that confirms that. And we're given an illustration of two women. One knows that she is destitute and the other one isn't. One's destitute in a way that she's in a wilderness, but she's safe. The other one is destitute because she is not in the wilderness. She is in the Levant, the Middle East, in a seemingly like a wilderness. But she doesn't know that she has lost her husband. She doesn't even know that she got a divorce. She doesn't even know she's a widow, that she's lost. And that's the country of Israel today. I don't hate Israel. I'm not a hater of anybody. But the truth needs to kind of be told that the safe place in the wilderness is not the country of Israel. There may be a safe place in the wilderness, like down south in Israel, that people will flee to. The tribe of Judah was in, or Yehudah, the Yehudim were in the south, where the Negev desert. But I think at one time it was not so much a desert, but like Dublin, Ireland, it was green and had green pastures, and there were flocks everywhere. But maybe within the country borders of Israel, the southern country, the southern part anyway, there's a safe place there. I don't know. kind of speculation. Some people think it's Mount Sinai, which is in Arabia, Saudi Arabia, Esau's land. And some speculate that America is the multitude or the 11 tribes of Israel, or all 12, or 12 out of the 14, or all 14, including the 2 half tribes would make 14 tribes, or and is not in Israel but the United States, because the way our government's set up. But there are 2 women. Do you support the woman who rides the beast, Israel, who sits on the Middle East, surrounded by nations that are like dragons, not hating Islam, not hating on anyone? But the Roman Catholic Church gave money to, before he changed his name or became Muhammad, he was a Roman Catholic, and the Roman Catholic Church gave him money and support and gave him a commission and mission to go out and kill Jews, Yehudim. They wanted to annihilate the Jews, and it seems to me that the Roman Catholic Church supports the annihilation of the fake body of Messiah. And some would say, oh, it's God's will, or it's this or that. But atheists and Catholics have always wanted to get the Muslims and the Jews into the Middle East so that they'll annihilate each other, and then the atheists and the Catholics can have control of the rest of the earth. No more crazy religious conflicts. And you can call me a nutski or I'm crazy, but you do the math, you study the literature and do the equation, the problem, the answer, solution. 1 + 1 is 2, not 3 or 4. And some people will go, well, I see this, I see that. It's pretty easy. There's a good woman and a bad woman. Which are you a part of? Do you support Zionism and things that have nothing to do with the true living Messiah who came and bled and died, rose from the dead and went back and prays for you to the Father? Or do you deny that Yeshua, Yeshua HaMashiach? I would have to say, if you deny Yeshua, you're that fake. You're the fake woman who thinks that she is married, but she is divorced and a widow, and she's an outcast. And that beast that she sits on, the Middle East, all those Islamic countries, and some of those countries are mixed with Christians and atheists, like the country of Turkey. What are you going to do with that when you got all these countries in unison attacking you and destroying you? Once they realize they killed the fake church, the last couple of days of earth, they're going to be looking for the real church and sending out all kind of armies to destroy both the real the real woman, the true woman, the true church, the true people of Yahweh, Yahweh Elohim, the true people of God. But before that, the fake woman, the harlot, the fake church, the harlot church, will be destroyed first. And then the true woman will be attacked at the very end. And who comes and saves the day? Yeshua, the way, the truth, the light, the life. The author who wrote the book or inspired it is coming again. Yeshua is coming again. His name is not Jesus, it's not Jesus, it's not Jesus. 500 years ago, the letter J was created by the Roman Catholic priest that was a part of the Knights of Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus. The name Jesus was shortly after the letter J came into existence 500 years ago. The Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order, came into being. Before then, the name was Yeshua. Before then, the long form of Yeshua is Yahweh Shu-I. Yahweh Shu-I, the condensed version of that will be Yeshua. Those two, and some say Yahweh, some say Yahushai, some say Yahusha. That is far better than calling on the name of a entity that was in the cave with Ignatius, the knight of the Catholic Church, K-Knight, a soldier knighted by the Catholic Church. He was from Spain. He got wounded, went into a cave, and a being told him to start using the name Jesus. And that's when the Society of Jesus was formed. And the current Pope Francis, he is a Jesuit. He is probably a knight, one of the high knights of the Jesuit order. Look it up if you don't believe me. But they do not have the intention to empower the true church, but to water down ways and thinking. Don't get caught up in bashing Catholics or Protestants. Just take a deep breath, research it, and ask Father and Messiah to conclude in your mind the truth about all this. Don't be a part of the false church. Don't be a part of the universal church that tries to bring it all together in one religion or one version of following Messiah with Christianity. The word Christian comes from the word Christos, and Christos was an ancient belief system, which I think they practiced human sacrifices, and it fell on the winter solstice, which is December 22nd through the 25th. So Nimrod's birthday, Christos' birthday, Ra's birthday, all these guys their birthdays was, December 25th. It's kind of weird that they would take the Messiah who was born on the 7th new moon, which is about September. And the word September means 7th month. The word sept and septem in Latin is 7. October, OCT, oct, is 8. Novum is 9. December, that means 10. Deca is 10. So they on purpose changed the calendar of Yehovah, Yahweh Shua Elohim. They changed the biblical calendar to the Gregorian calendar and got everybody all confused. So confused and backwards. Don't get caught up in all this unbiblical teachings. They're just somebody special wanting to self-special, not special from God, the Father or Messiah, but somebody who was appointed in a high position in a church saying, we're going to change things from the Messiah's birth being celebrated in the 7th new moon, the new little tiny crescent sliver in the 7th one, the 7th new moon. We're going to change that to December 25th because we were worshiping Christos for all those years, and we're just going to put the Messiah's birthday on December 25th. And they say it's okay. Everybody say it's okay? Okay, cool. We'll do that. Does that sound right? No. Getting back to the false church, the real people is Israel. Is not even the name. It's Yashar'al. Some people say Yashar'al, but it's Yashar'al. But Yashar'al is far better than saying Israel. It's not even the same. Yashar, the book of Jasher was the book of Yashar. Sounds a lot like Yeshua. Yeshua. Starts with pretty much the same first 4 letters, Y-E-S-H. I don't know it all, but I've been studying this stuff since I was 19 years old. One day it just came upon me to study about Christmas because it didn't seem to be biblical, didn't add up. And I found out that December 25th was Nimrod's birthday, and this ancient phallus, worshiping the phallus with balls of gold and hanging a tree or putting a cross on the floor and nailing an erection pine tree, which looks like an erection, on this X on the floor. And I know it sounds like I'm attacking Christmas, which would mean I'm attacking the church and Christ himself, but that's not the case. The church is attacking the Messiah himself by creating false doctrines and false teachings and false dates, birthdays, false holidays and holy days. You know, the Feast of Trumpets or the Day of Trumpets, the Feast of Sukkot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Passover, Shavuot, the Day of Pentecost is Shavuot. Why aren't we celebrating the real Day of Pentecost, which is Shavuot? Why aren't we doing that? Because somebody in high place said, we're not going to do that no more. We're going to mix the ancient religions, false religions, with this new religion of the Messiah, and we'll call it Christianity after our fake god Christos. Christos worship was way before the Messiah, Yeshua, was even born. In the Middle East, it was a way of life. In Rome, they changed the capital of Rome, went way, way east to the center of the Roman Empire. And the center of the Roman Empire was Constantinople, which today is Istanbul. So the center of the empire is the country of Turkey, where the seven churches were in Turkey, the country of Turkey. Istanbul is really close to Satan's seat. The prince of the air is going to come down near Turkey. I think specifically there's going to be somebody that's claiming to be Jesus. His name will be Isa, and he'll come down in Damascus, which just got destroyed yesterday or day before yesterday, and so-called liberated by an ex-Al-Qaeda or current Al-Qaeda rebel. It didn't make any sense at all. But it's all confusing, and it's all on purpose to get you to fall for the wrong one. And it's never to get you to fall for the right one. Right? You got to know it's always to trip you up and to make you believe the wrong thing. Hope this finds you well. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, drop a comment. Tell me you like what I'm trying to say or don't. Whether you do or not, I'm going to keep saying it. It's shorts, mostly shorts. But got a lot of issues of my own in life. And every time I get this moment where I'm reading and studying and praying, it's overwhelming that I should talk about these things, so I make a video. I don't get any money for it, and I probably never will. And I'll make these videos till I can't anymore, or my health fails me or life itself does. Whether you want to support or not, I do not have a fundraising device at all. But if you do believe in the things that I'm saying, just share it. Just out of your own mouth. You don't have to share my video. If you want to share my video, okay, cool. But research it and make your own video. Make your own wow moment video and share it with whoever you want to. Turn it into a money maker if you want to, but I don't do it for money. I do it because I'm compelled to share the truth, which cost me nothing. It came to me one day, and I researched it to confirm it, and it was confirmed through somebody else's word or Yahweh's word in their mouth, or by reading it or studying or researching it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and if you don't, you don't. I do not do videos or shorts for likes. This is Devar Trust channel, who should have started talking about this a long time ago. Back in 89, when I first started understanding this, 1989. And in 2003, I started having revelations of the end times. By 2004, I had enough study about Cabal and Illuminati and the Jesuit order. There's some, YouTube up these Illuminati and the Jesuit order, and you'll find all kind of people talking. Well, back in the day you could, I don't know, they've been taking stuff off of YouTube. But there was a guy that he was a part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and he went around all over the earth talking about the seventh day and how the natives of Alaska and other countries were keeping the seventh day and weren't even told about it by Christians or Seventh-day Adventists. But they were talked to in their hearts about keeping these commandments and the fruit of the Spirit. So when the little white man came with the little black Bible and tried to persuade them, they finally got the Bible given to them, even though they were keeping a good portion of it without even, through revelation, without even reading the Bible itself. And once they read the Bible for themselves, they were confirmed in all their beliefs that they've been keeping for years. I said, finally, this word came to us written way before we even, knew about it. Anyway, if all the Bibles were burnt today, what I'm getting at is Yeshua could still reach your heart through revelation, and he can use you, and he will use you, even though you could have the best, worst, or mediocre, whatever, any kind of background or no background at all. He can use you. If you are a murderer, you are a thief, if you're on your deathbed, he can use you, whether you're in prison or you're some scumball your whole life and you know it and everybody else knows it. You can still be used by Yeshua. You can still find salvation through Yeshua, the way, the truth, the life, the true light source, the truth himself. Yahweh Shuai, Yahweh Elohim, bless you, the true Yashar'al, the true church, the true body. Time is short. It's really coming down really fast. The anti-Messiah or the false Messiah is going to come down from the sky. Some people say outer space. I say outer darkness, because there seems to be blue water above a glass sky, dome, firmament. Seemingly, I've never been up there and knocked on it, but it really seems more and more every day that we're in an enclosed system, and our Father and Messiah are on the floors above us, like we're in the middle of a big story building. And there's a big pool above us, and we are underneath the glass bottom pool. That's what it seems like. Could be wrong. But there's a lot of stuff out there showing a glass sky breaking and water coming down and all hell breaking loose. And then there's all these movies talking about outer space. So you pick whether there's a sky dome angel that's going to come down and transform himself into a human being like Jesus or Isa, Muslims call him Isa. They call Jesus Isa. And Isa is supposed to come down from the sky or sky dome. He is the master of the air, the Bel-Air or Bel Air. And he's going to come down, and he may look like an alien. He may look like a little sissified, long-haired, blue-eyed, angelic being. Or he might come down looking like a bodybuilder, who knows? But he's going to come down, and then the Muslims actually know the location. I think that they might be right, that he's going to come down there's a mosque in Damascus that was not destroyed. And this mosque is going to be like the announcement place for this chief savior. And they may be the same person as the person they're calling Mahdi, but there's an indication that their Mahdi has already come, and his name is Qasim Abdul something. I got another video somewhere on this channel that will talk about him. But it's all coming together. Damascus was just destroyed, and that's biblical. That's the end time prophecy being fulfilled. And all we need now is somebody to come angelically come down from the sky and land at this mosque. I can't pronounce it right now. Umad. It's a mosque that the Saladin, the warrior that led the Islam to conquer pretty much all of the Middle East. His tomb is there at this mosque. And the spirit that was in him is going to come up inside of the spirit or the demon or the angelical being that was inside of him conquering the Middle East is going to come back at his tomb. And the same kind of attitude that this man had, Saladin, he is going to come up inside of a human form and conquer the Middle East again. And one of the things that he's going to do is stamp on the fake Israel, the woman riding the red beast. That red beast is him. Now, some think it's the President of the United States or the Pope. They may be a part of it. But this guy comes down from the sky, like from outer space or outer darkness, depending on how you believe. Not trying to offend either, or I think that we should all be looking at Damascus, looking inward to our inner being to see if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, if it's right or wrong. But I think we should be looking at the Middle East to see it form up against Israel, and it is, because Israel's the fake woman. She is the harlot that rides the back of the Middle Eastern Islamic countries, and she will be destroyed, and everybody else in the world will mourn. It'd be like 9/11, but far worse. Everybody'd be in a blown away state, like, how did this happen? And right at the end, when we all realize World War III or Armageddon is upon us, it's going to happen. The sky is going to crack wide open, and hell and wrath and fury are going to all meet together right above us. And specifically in the Middle East, in that region between Pakistan and Istanbul, from southern Russia all the way, Georgia, southern Russia, all the way down to parts of northern Africa and all of Saudi Arabia Peninsula, the Arabian Peninsula, and Iran and all that area. I mean, it's a big area. Is going to go crazy. No matter who is in president, whoever the president, it doesn't matter. It's going to be crazy. Not a Biden or Trump fan. I don't bash either one. I don't support either one. It seems like one is better than the other in a lot of ways. But, you know, the president of the entire earth is Yeshua. And we must follow him and pray for our leaders. Even though we don't see a change, just pray for them anyway. How they get elected is beyond me, and how many votes they get and all that just doesn't make any sense. But that's another story. That's another video probably. But pray for me. Pray for your family members, the people you know, people that you see that you don't know, that you affect or who affect you. Pray for them. Pray for yourself to be undeceived and not deceived. And if you like what you hear, share it. You don't have to like my video. If you do, I would love that. It'd be nice. But share the truth that is within you. May Yeshua bless you and keep you all the days of your life. Have a blessed day.